Morning everyone. I just wanted to talk to you about how you can know whether to stay sitting in a trade until leave it sitting there just to continue going towards your target, or let it float around, or whether you might want to decide to close it based on what's happening on the chart since you entered a trade. So I'm just going to give you some tips on how to help you make this decision. Some people do find that it's easier for them to manage if they literally just get into a trade, make the decision to get in, then look away and just let it do its thing. That's not a bad way to operate, but I would suggest you can get a better win rate and make less losses and more profits, possibly, if you are mindful of what's happening on the chart after you enter a position. So let me just explain how you might be able to go about approaching this. Let's say you got into a market. Let me just find that might be a good explanation. Let's see, copper. Right, here we've got copper. It's been uptrending nicely. You can see it's bouncing around on this EMA line. It's kind of tapping on this horizontal line that I've got here on the daily time frame. It's bouncing nicely on this. So let's say you got into a trade on copper on the smaller time frame. Let's say you got in here, and so you've got a long position here. Let's say you got in on the basis of, you got in here when the price started pushing away from the support level, and your target is something like maybe like 1.5 times the risk, something like that. That's 1.61. That's fine for what I'm explaining. So let's say you've got in here, and the price is pushing up nicely. It's not reached your target yet, and then it starts falling back down. So how do you know what to do in this scenario? Is it just a healthy pullback, or is it something else? So what you can do to check this, I'm just going to do it with you right now. The hope before you got into this market is that you are checking on the basis of the trade that I've just imagined here. You're getting into this market on the basis that this market is trending up along this orange support line. So before you enter that trade, you're going to be making sure that the market is still making higher highs and higher lows. Here's a low. Here's the next low. They're actually quite close, but this one is technically still slightly higher. And also you've got more confidence here because this high is higher than this one. So you've got to this bit, you've entered your trade, and then it started to pull back like this. So how do you know whether to get out or just let it play out? If the market's pushed up, you can see it here actually. This was the previous high, and then this is the next one. You can't really see very clearly because my arrow is hovering in the wrong place. This is the next high here. These highs here are actually lower than these ones. It didn't push up quite as far. So you might take this as a danger sign. And this market did actually go on to continue pushing up further. But if I was sitting in this trade, in this position, and then these candles started appearing, and I can see that this high was lower than this one, I would start to worry about this, because what it means is that the pattern that you were trading has broken. It's no longer making higher highs and higher lows, and that's the basis upon which you got into this trade. So in that scenario, sometimes, well, a lot of the times, if it's made a lower high here while you're sitting in the trade and you're in a long position, this is a sign that there are lower prices that are going to come in, and you might end up taking a loss. As I say, this one didn't end up being a loss, but quite often what you'll find is that the ones that make a lower high or break a pattern like that do end up going on to be a loss. Just plugging my computer in because it's actually going to die on me. Sorry about that. So in that scenario, you want to do, so you'd be sitting here and then the price has started to drop, and you know already, let's say you're here, you know already that it's made a lower high. You could take your profit off the table here, you know, this type of level here, and then you're still in the green. That would be a healthy decision to make, because that pattern that you were trading is broken as of this point here. It actually recovered itself because it made a lower high here and then it made a lower low. So it's had a little wobble here and then it carried on going up. Or you could wait for that second confirmation. So, you know, you could wait till it gets to here and then say, oh, it's actually making another low here, which is higher than this one. So I've got confidence that it is going to push higher. So this is how you might just save yourself taking more losses than what you really need to. And it's how I manage a lot of my open positions. I found it's really helped me to focus on the highs and lows and what the market is actually doing while you're sitting in an open position. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, perhaps you could give me a thumbs up, share my videos, or subscribe to the channel. It really helps my channel to grow, and it helps me to, you know, if I've got a growing channel, it means the time that I spend explaining and teaching people on YouTube is not going to be, you know, completely, what's the word? I value my time, so, you know, it really helps my channel to grow, because it means that eventually my channel will start being remunerated from YouTube, and I'll get something back for sharing my trading ideas and helping people to understand how to trade. So I hope you found this helpful, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.